a lot of new information has come out in regards to the Mofongo boys, Kenji, and Sayu, and everything that's going on. Kenji was doxxed, and the backlash has been hitting hard. DovealoveVT has decided to graduate. Legal Mindset has gotten a DMCA request from Nijisanji over the AR live and over the pictures that he showed, and so much more on this long episode of VTuber News. Here we go. Rosemi has finally had a good morning. She says good morning. She has a smiley face with, the blush, and it's going well. I'm glad. This is on the 18th, which was yesterday. Yeah, it was the 18th yesterday, 8:55 a.m. She had a good morning enough to be able to tell her friends that it was a good morning. I like this. Like I said, and I'll say it again, and I'll repeat it as many times to the mountaintops as needs to be heard. I'm not against the talents themselves unless they have proven themselves to be bad apples. Rosemi has not done that. Rosemi has actually gotten the short end of the stick at a lot of things. She had her AR live performance, which she worked really hard for, getting taken away from her. She so far has shown to be a positive influence inside of Nijisanji. She so far has not proven to be anyone negative inside of Nijisanji. So that is something that I will, we'll touch on, and I will always back up. I will always back that up because, like I said, I'm against the organization itself. I'm against the mistreatment that they have. The fact that there's favoritism that made it so that a lot of the female livers barely got any time compared to the male livers. The male livers had a lot more time. Luxium, and I guess Noctix as well was there. The people who were there, the males, they had a lot more time, sometimes double or triple or 5 times as much as the females did. And that is not right. That shows favoritism. And people like Rosemi and other people who are positive in there don't deserve it. This is all very good. She took a break recently. She mentioned that she was going to be taking a break, and the break is over, and she's going to start having fun. At least that's what I hope. This whole thing blew up within the last, I would say, 12 hours or so between Sayu Synchronicity and Kenji. Sayu cleared things up. She cleared things up. I put this out in the last video. We're just going to go over it real quick. She said nobody deserves to be doxxed, and nobody should be encouraged doxing. Those who do so do it without the right to cry. Don't have the right to cry about it when it happens to them. Furthermore, to encourage doxing another person after experiencing it firsthand is insane. To this day, I'm still being slandered and called a P for a joke I made about a fictional character. This obviously does not translate into my real life behavior, and my friends can attest to that. Using such a word as haphazardly as Kenji did only serves to water the term down and empower real predators. Obviously, I've made mistakes in the past, and so have many other content creators, and people will continue to make mistakes in the future. However, just because you've been doxxed doesn't automatically make you a flawless victim. You can still be held accountable for your actions. Hold Kenji to his too. Holding Kenji to them, and also holding Sayu to, their words are exactly what I've done. I have made sure to clarify what I meant, because anyone who uses that P thing without actually knowing the power behind it, without actually knowing the full strength that it has, and the damage that it can do to someone's career, someone's livelihood, someone's reputation, it's irresponsible to use it. Just from an objective standpoint. I'm not either on Sayu's side, I'm not on Kenji's side, I'm trying to stay in the middle, objectively looking at both. Timing was probably not the best on Sayu's hand, but having been called that, like if she was called that, I've never been called that, but I can just imagine how frustrating it would be to be called that, and to be pushed, and that narrative to be pushed. And then you see them double and triple down. Like, he made, he has this thing. He says, no one deserves to be doxxed, but you're mad because I reacted to you saying you'd like blank. And you are jokes when you got terminated almost a year ago. You have me blocked, but are tweeting about me. Get off my D. And he couldn't retweet it because of the fact, she has him blocked. And post replying too, couldn't retweet because I'm blocked. So this is someone that's angry, obviously, but in these type of ways, like especially just talking, like I said, objectively, from a VTuber's perspective, from an independent VTuber's perspective, this is the worst thing you could do. This is the worst thing you can do. Double down on that. Just let it go and move on, because then if you move on, then the everything will die down. Now what you've done is you've added pretty much gasoline to the fire, or diesel, whatever you want to use, to the fire. You make it blow up. He's going to be more miserable the more he keeps this up. Most people seem to be with him on this because of the Shota stuff, but keep in mind it's Twitter. God pray they don't ever see what Hololivers talk about because they really isn't going to comprehend what they like. Yeah, because a lot of Hololivers are into Shota as well. A lot of Hololivers are into lolly as well. They're into all that kind of stuff. So that's something that, yeah, a lot of people do hate, and a lot of people do say things against. Remember, he was the one who made fun of the male VTuber who was in a concert and then tripled down after. This guy is a, oh yeah, the one, I think it was the one about the concert where the dude was doing a live 2D concert. It was a small concert, small venue, small dude. So like, he did his best. He actually did better than what Nijisanji does. And now his retweeting in any anti-Sayu sentiment, boy, that guy is being petty. Yeah, a lot of people think it's being petty in this situation. Oh, not the consequences of my actions make it go away. Look at the reply as a quote retweet. It's just depressing. These fans are like farm animals. They follow to the herd, but I don't think of themselves. I don't want anyone blindly hating Sayu for no good reason. She didn't say anything specifically to be hated. She just responded and let people know what had happened to her and why she didn't like the fact that Kenji was saying what he was saying, because she didn't feel it was warranted. She didn't feel it was right, and she felt that it would bring undue stress onto her, which is true. I can see that. And here's something that people wanted me to actually put out there, and I will put it out there of just, you know, him saying this type of stuff here. Let's go through this. So
it's, I learned the thing. I thought it was a pedophile, but it is called a shotokan in Japan, where you like younger you like characters that are younger men appearances.
So you're a diddler. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
See, he agreed with that. That's doubling, tripling down. That's the thing.
The doodle.
Whatever. I'm reposting that video. I took that shit down because she was getting mad. Fuck that. That's going right back up. I didn't forget that shit. Bitch, you made rape jokes about a fucking the game was about sexual assault, and you made fucking rape jokes. Like,
screenshot the tweet though. Screenshot the tweet though.
Hold on.
Here's the thing. He is uploading the video where he called her the P word and about the Shotokan. So that is going to bring more heat to him. That's not good at all. That's a really, really, really bad take. Honestly, just being objective here. Like, not one side or the other. That's not good.
Shorty?
Nope. The same motherfucker making rape jokes now.
Somebody making rape jokes?
Yeah, this bitch, and then the other dude as well.
Which other dude?
Look at Ollie's Twitter. Yo, Moon, thank you for the 20 gifted.
Who's Ollie?
Oh, here. Oop. Well, and Doxxer private info. I wouldn't be proud of that. Of course, two wrongs don't make a right. I doxed her private info. I talked about her past life, and then I read a chat. Chat was on some shit though, for sure. It was going crazy. It was on some.
So yeah, he's trying to excuse the fact that he talked about a past life because it was chat. That's never good. It puts, again, because of the fact she's been doxxed, if you put a past life, and I'm not going to repeat what the past life thing said, if you put out the past life and you also make it visible and you make it out there, you run the risk of that person's, if they have children, if they have family, you put them at risk. And if the family or whatever is under the age of 18, you'd now put a minor at risk. That is one of the big issues that I have with this. I understand his point of view. Like, I can understand each person's point of view. There are people who don't understand Shotokan, there are people who don't understand that. I understand each person's point of view. But you aren't in the right at all if you continue doing this. You aren't gonna be having any type of moral high ground if you continue, you know, sticking that knife in, so to speak. That is not a good move in general. Just like I said, being objective. I'm not taking any one person's side, but for him, that's really bad. Sayu, it was the original one. I think it was a bit of a bad timing, but I can understand because all of this started coming out and she's like, oh my goodness, this is the guy who did these things to me. And then she lets her voice be heard, which I can understand. That's why I take back, you know, that whole thing about it being an L take. It's not an L take. It was just maybe timing wasn't the greatest, but it was a take that she needed to have because she was called that P word, and that is the worst word you can be called, pretty much, because those people need to be buried underneath the jail. They don't need to be actually in the jail. You know what I mean? So I can understand her take on that one. So here we go. This document is just to share the experience I've had with Dove and share a bit more proof and shed more light into the type of person Dove is. Find her behavior truly disgusting. You do not trust a word that comes out of her mouth. Saying you have changed does not change what you did. It does not change the severity of your actions, and it does not fix everything you broke. You completely ignored the fact that you have been downplaying the doxing. You did not admit to it. You continued to joke about doxing Kenji even after the first dox. Kenji has never treated his mods badly like you claimed. You were treated with the same respect all of us were. You were unmodded because of your own actions. Right here we have Alice, Suga, and Dove, the blood incident, who were all mods at the time to go together to play a prank against the rest of the mods. Kels, who is also a mod, has a severe phobia of blood, so they knew someone has a severe phobia of blood. They intentionally came to the mod VC with Alice covered in blood and acted like Alice was being abused. That's wrong. Dove said since he has dealt with this type of situation, the situation was funny for her, even though other mods were generally worried for Alice and traumatized from the situation. She also said that to defuse the situation, and she kissed butt in order to keep her position. That's all here. Person says on the bottom one, so I just got done, Alice, so I just got done filming for a movie scene for college, and I'm full of fake blood. So Dove and Suga thought it would be kind of funny to play it out as though it was real. That's wrong. I was just wondering if you explain to me your side of the story of what happened yesterday. UT-ba, which is the one who's doing all this, mentioned, hey, lovely, basically Alice and Suga and I were in a call, and Alice scared us, saying she got into a fight with her mom, and there was blood everywhere. Okay, and then what happened? And then Alice was like, JK, I was filming a movie thing, and Suga and I were all like, what the fuck? Because, got Alice's humor. And then Alice thought it would be funny to show the rest of the mods that were in VC, which me being in kind of a shock, worrying about her, was like, oh yeah. So Suga and you knew about it beforehand, you just joined the mood? Yeah, Jesus Christ. They joined the mod VC doing this stuff. So Alice answered, I guess they can't take the joke. Yeah, they aren't happy with you. Well, I don't want to get in trouble. As someone who's dealt with that, it was funny to me. I mean, it differs with each person, as like it does what that say. Get upset, some people don't. Be prepared for another lecture. I apologize, so did I. Didn't seem like they actually, regretted what was happening. Why lose our mod spots? I don't know, because we had a lecture. It was a joke, and I apologize for it, but that's over S stuff. Okay, but that is pretty serious. Yeah, that kind of stuff is pretty serious. I would probably unmod someone that made that kind of joke as well. It is never funny. It is never something that should be taken lightly. It is something very serious. You should not do this. I apologized to Kimmy directly. You're welcome, and just kissed butt. Well, no, I calmed down the situation just in case someone said something. I talked to Kenji. He just said, don't be dumb again. Debut. She would also talk about her debut in the chat and voice calls. Hanchi would have got foot in grave already. This kid. Anyway, I'm not geriatric. You want to come or not? And then message from Jen, deleted channel, debut. Let me go follow right now. He just said he was super busy and I felt so bad I left it at that. Don't think he's going to come now. He's so effing busy making content. Modding experience. Dove was modded on 11/7/2021 and did her first mod action according to her own things. Whereas in 2021. Was given junior mods role, first mod thing done. Here are all the mod actions and command logs she did, which one warned and done incorrectly in 2 bans. Basically, that's what she was doing, against trolls. Why did you warn that person? Pretty sure they were talking about nuts as in food. They were. I'll message them to tell them I got rid of their warning. Make sure to back read for context. Yeah, that's why it's always good to have a mod chat. It's always good to have a mod chat because you don't want to have those inappropriate actions happen. She noticed the user being inappropriate and did not make any notes or warn them. She thought someone else would have done it, and she was the one who witnessed it. I want to see 1 or 2 people thought everyone else did something else. Kenji unmodded Suga because she disconnected him from his own VC. She then gave Suga mod back, even though Kenji had just unmodded her, and then proceeded to drag Suga into the mods call, even though Suga was unmodded. So this is mod abuse right here. This is mod abuse. Change the VC admin to Dove's domain. As a mod, she would not discuss things with us. When someone DM'd her about a different mod, instead of talking to mods to see what's happening, she told the user to just go talk to the mod who they spoke to before. They were just questioning the mod actions overall. It's been handled. If you want to question the camera thing, then ask the mod previously talked to. For any other cases, they've been handled and we don't need to talk about it anymore. But that's the thing. What I said was prior is what they said. Again, basically she didn't want to actually do her mod duties. And I was like, what the heck? I'm a scream. Basically, she screenshotted it and showed it to everybody. Kenji always tried to make us feel comfortable because the trio of Alice, Suga, and Dove would often talk about S stuff in the VC, which made the other mods uncomfortable, especially me, and they did the blood incident too, which made me uncomfortable. I asked Kenji what ovulation is, and that B said, this obligation, I don't have those. Not Kenji. Discord mods, come here for a lecture. Kenji, would you prefer for us, primarily me, because I know I'm always in there, to stay out of Mods Cafe unless it's strictly professional discussion, or is it alright for us to hang out and bond with each other there? You guys can chill in Mod Cafe, but I don't want any S talk. If I find out anyone's uncomfortable or anyone's being creep, I'm banning immediately. If you want to have those kinds of talk, do them on your own time and out of Mods VC. Okay, thank you. Yup. Make sure everyone's respecting boundaries. That's good. I mean, at least on that end, Kenji's doing well. Thanks for looking out for Kenji. I appreciate it. Just want everyone to be safe and vibe. Exactly. Same thing in my server. I want everyone to be safe and vibe. Gave y'all a warning for the most recent event. We're starting a 3-strike rule. Again, please be mindful of other safety. No caption needed for that one. So he started a 3-strike rule because mods weren't listening. At least Dove wasn't listening. Sorry, I'm trying to let him know some. Kenji, you suck. Who the F trying to edit at 1 a.m.? Kenji's, oh god, and this is them, doing some negative stuff. Doxing situation. On 1/2/2022, which is basically, Dove sent this message to Kel saying she misses being a mod and hates how she went out. She then went ahead and did that to him on the 8th of 2022, just 6 days after. She said she's not like that, so why go to a hate group? Why dox someone that you miss being a mod for? And to be honest with you, I miss being a mod. I hate how it went out. And I wish I could have done so much more. I know people painted me out to be, and I wish I can redeem myself. You don't redeem yourself by, doing what she did. But I know one of them would be willing to hear me out or give me a second chance, and it gives me anxiety knowing people think about me what they do. I'm not like that at all. Here are a few of her tweets from the doxing. She said she owns up to her mistakes. She never owned up to what she did, the damage she caused. She still refuses to own up to the fact she downplayed the doxing. You said it wasn't out of malicious intent. Was it out of the kindness of your heart that you ruined his life? And here you go. Blow up my phone. I'm going to go hang out with hubby. If you know me, you know who I am, you know how I am. This was, you know, during the time, I guess, when it happened. Call me anything, hear me out, but I'm going to fight back against 100,000 people. His creator is literally brainwashed. His entire community, peace out. I'm going to live at 6 p.m., live at 6 p.m. to play Among Us with friends. I've always owned up to my mistakes. He never has. He, as you can see, is always shifting blame and trying to take the heat off of himself. You can say you want, and I will tell you personally that this was the wrong and will apologize. He has yet to apologize to anyone. I never doxed him out of malicious intent. It was solely thought playful. Friends, GC, which I totally understand. It was completely wrong of me in the first place, and I've been holding myself accountable for that mistake. I always apologize when it's brought up. You can DM or VC call if you want to help explain. And here's the last page. Said he didn't know the severity, but you were a mod and you knew exactly how Kenji felt about being doxxed. He had to hide and delete all his old content and his accounts so nobody would find it. And you went out of your way to share it. How are you going to say it was not with malicious intent when you knew what you were doing? This is immediately wrong. Unfortunately, back then, I was not aware of the severity of what I had done, as I would show my own personal Instagram as well as my face because I did not care about anonymity back then. This is what she had written, basically. She had written all this. Dove wrote all this. Not excuse any of the doxing, etc. Even after a year passed, you were still joking about doxing Kenji. So this is not malicious? Guys, how the F do I become a bigger VTuber? Controversy sells. You're right. Aside from that, grind out and pray. Okay, I'm a dox Kenji again. So she was downplaying it. She was making fun of it. That's why Kenji brought it up back again. She messed up on this one, big time. And what did that bring? This brought this stuff around. Kenji exposed one group chat trying to dox him and ended up dismantling an entire VTuber group overnight. The mofongo boys are done. The mofongo boys overall are done. RIikami, which is one of the mofongo boys, which was basically an independent VTuber group, cut ties with them fully. Basically, so many new things made aware of. You can't trust the person who is, you know, who was doing all this stuff. They're gonna try to do their best moving forward. I sought to find a place to fit in without knowing truly who they are as people. Apologize for those who have been supporting us as a whole. I'm effing distraught and now losing my entire year of trust put into friends, and I have the entirety of my career and lifetime. I'll be better with my actions and to lead your trust and not my words. Even now, I don't know if everything I know or I don't. He doesn't know exactly what he knows, basically, at this point. Offkai has canceled the mofongo boys showing up. Offkai has canceled everything showing up. So mofongo boys are no longer going to Offkai Expo because the mofongo boys are no longer existing. RIikami, Kage, Phoenix, and AndySSJ will not be appearing at Offkai Expo 2024. If you were going just for the mofongo boys, you can have a refund. They're saying that that's fine. This is a bit of redo on the Oliver stuff because I did miss some stuff previously. Let us take a look at this. Want to see more how Kage Vtuber is. He is, don't add the R part. Basically, he's talking to a person that he is using as an editor, and he ended up taking away 50 cents from the original that he was editing per hour. And the guy was like, yeah, just pay me whatever you can, because, you know, it's an opportunity to be an editor for someone. He says, also, there's one time he blamed me for accidentally forgetting to fix some subtitles at the end. Oh, he's the editor. Okay. Causing him to think that the reason the TikTok didn't perform well lasted about 1 second. I just realized the TikTok video, I don't know if my phone, but the video is so fast that it's out of sync with the subtitles. Might have effed up the subtitles at the end if that's what you're talking about. Maybe that's why it isn't doing good. So he's trying to blame him now. Why I didn't talk about this for a long time, Kage was friends with basically all of my clients. It was hard to talk about it if I didn't want to commit career suicide. So yeah, if you want to commit career damage, then yeah, it's gonna happen that way. Here's me discussing stopping working with them as a manager a long time ago. He says, hi Kage, after this TikTok, I believe that it is in my best interest that we end our working relationship. This is due to the fact that over multiple times you have how you want this word, I don't know how you want to word this, but highly nitpicked and dictated how I edit to the point where there's major edits and redos. This has caused me a lot of mental stress and toll on me mentally. I hope that you understand and that I do have other editors that I can recommend to you, such as XYZ. I might send something like, by the way, after this TikTok, I'm dropping you as a client. It takes too much time. I don't know if this is a good idea. Kage has become friends with Joel. To be honest, I'm kind of scared to make friendship worse. So yeah, he was afraid of hurting himself. Keep in mind, the same $2 was taken from the $10 comm. So it was $10 already. $10 per edit is already super cheap. And then the dude wanted to do also having taking $2 from that comm specifically. That is BS. That is messed up. That is just, you don't do that. $10 per edit is a banger price. Even $20 per edit is a great deal. Because after I added my terms of service, that it was the reason that I added it. And then Sayu also said, I just want to say I respect your hard work. I really appreciate you working around creators like us, as I know that we're not always the easiest to work with. So thank you. It makes a huge difference in our lives. It really does. When you have good editors like that around you, it really makes a big difference in your life. It really does. Kage right over here protected all of his social media. He apologized here. He said, I'm sorry for making a statement late because everything just felt so overwhelming. From Dove's document, I was the mutual friend that tried to resolve this issue with Discord call between the two. Keep in mind, I was not a part of whatever GC she was in. I held her accountable and even told her it was wrong and to apologize to him based on the tweet at that time, which is why I formulated the call for both of them. I personally thought everything was resolved at the time. However, this is something that doesn't go away so easily, which is why I'm sorry on my end for thinking it was completely solved. I want to prove that person can change for the good. I wanted to keep everyone happy. Kenji is 100% valid for his feelings from the past and even right now. Please show him some love. Here's Kage's YouTube channel. Do not go and actually, go here to abuse somebody. He has 158k subscribers. He scrubbed his whole account. He scrubbed everything. He is probably going into a pit of depression. It seems like he says, I need help. I want to show people that I've changed for the better. That seems like a cry for help. That's a dangerous cry for help. As someone who suffers from depression, that is an easy way to spiral down a very dark path that can lead to some very severe consequences. And I don't want that for him. I don't want that for anybody. I'm just saying that here. I'm just being human here. I understand he made a mistake and he has to pay the consequences for it, absolutely. But consequences do not include ending your life or anything like that, or hurting yourself in any way. And this seems like a big cry for help. And I want people to understand, do not go and mistreat the guy, because this is scary. This type of thing is scary. If you're depressed, that's not a good message to put out there. A little add-on, a little bit of a late add-on here. This is stuff that Kage has sent. Needs more mods. It's crazy anyway. Damn, that's crazy. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Dios mío. Didn't want you to kick 3 people because they gave you a taste of your own medicine, or you just heard rumors. Winter, bro, that's a mess. And yeah, going through everything that was said from Kage. Yeah, Kage was really involved in all this stuff. Like, Winter, Vendi, does he not? He doesn't. I mean, if you make it that much money, it should pay for them as well. He's also saying he was going to pay them since December. Mod sign an NDA. Yeah, of course you're going to have mod sign an NDA. After what you went through, of course you're going to have mod sign an NDA. Of course you are. And he says, speaking of, he lives right now, he's lurking. He's live right now, he's lurking. Been active, no effing ways. B just said apologize. I've been saying the F, where you get that from? And then we go further down here with more stuff from Kage. Kage showing the kind of person that he is, pretty much in all these tweets. I hate to say this, but this man needs to be canceled. I don't like using the word, but at this point, he's the biggest effing ego I've ever seen. Yeah, that's not gonna work, bro. Yeah, he needs a little bonk and knock down a few 100 pegs, not a little, a huge one. So he was marking, getting him knocked down. It's because he always talking about her being preggo for some shape or form, and Kenji got grown tired of it. I mean, it was far in his defense, but damn, I don't need to make fun of her and need to apologize afterwards. Jesus, well, I didn't think he would make fun of this. Honestly, just leave it, because if you pull what he does to you, it won't be any better than he is. Pretty just my opinion. Petty and just my opinion. Then probably said you could have said that at this point, if he's still trying to belittle you over the smallest things, then it would get him continuing to just pull all straws. There was one time where he got in like an argument, but per se a heated convo probably. This kid was trying to get him to apologize for making fun of pregnant lady. Granted, the joke was very funny. This woman was really annoying, but he kept like making fun of them and repeated stuff like, what do I apologize for this? Like, I'm lost. I don't know what I'm apologizing for this. Kept sending photo that he used to make fun of the lady as an example of what to apologize for. Moral of the story. Tagline was this, now it's inside running joke. So yeah, she was just angry that he didn't apologize, I guess. And there's more posting of what Kage has been doing, just all the stuff that he's been saying, all the bad things that he's been saying so far. And this guy keeps going. Also, don't know if it's worth mentioning, but on his alt, he was talking about saying something to somebody and going public, but couldn't talk about it or something along those lines. Couldn't say it for too long because I was streaming and didn't want to farm drama, especially if we don't want to put things public regarding all this stuff. Didn't want to put any affiliation regarding even remotely knowing something that was up. But yeah, he also deletes all of his VODs on that channel, so I won't be able to go back and check on these things. And what he said for sure is about what, it might still be on his mind, Yeah, always be like that. It's inevitable, unfortunately. People are still going to support him when he talked about that. Yeah, but now he has 2 issues. Do you think people will support him when it arises? He's still going to have stragglers who would rather support blindly than educate themselves. So these people are really just trying to do a cancel culture for him. Wonder if Kenji knows. Kenji still talks to that man. Probably he does. I mean, they're related. It's not like he can just block him. Surprise me if he still does. They're still cousins. And the last one is that I'm seeing here is Kenji apologized on behalf of Minxie. I'm so dead because Minxie just effing went off for no reason. Damn. I thought he would call them out for saying just writing Kenji's blank. What happened to unprofessional, but you brought it here. Juan called him the best streamer. LMAO, dead. Think Kenji, it's the end. Then B is talking about these things here, which is fatism. Basically letting out any kind of information that they can. Also, Kenji started a democracy in his server on whatever to keep the server in know. And I went to listen, and then he started drama, so I'm getting stuff for Kage. Oh god, they were trying to do any kind of like hidden stuff for Kage. Then y'all know, Kenji just hit the final straw for me today. I'm unfollowing and losing all affiliation with him. I'm banning him from any chat, as well as mentioning his name in my chat as well. I really don't want anything to do with him anymore. I don't know what happened. Support you, Dove. What the F did he do? I don't think he actually did anything. Wait, he posted about Miki. Probably Joy, she's a mod. This is posting. Dove posted some stuff on there. Kenji posted about me when I doxed him in old group chat. When was his alt? This was in 2022, January. Kenji support group. True, Kenji, as of today, you do not have my consent to use my legal online name, my business, or my content in any form. You're trying to send a legal letter to him. I have against you take legal action. TLDR, leave me and my friends the F alone. It's not my fault that people are finally realizing how true you are. I was past all this until I realized you're still continuing to take advantage of and manipulating others, minors at that. And then you threw all the blame on me when I hadn't even publicly affiliated myself with what Miki had to say. Miki didn't even mention me on the twit longer. You obsessed. Oh, it's that person. Remember that underage person that did a twit longer. My fingers hovering over the send button. CB, sorry it's happening. You didn't do anything wrong besides there's Miki. The fact that she's trying to flip it on you is gross. I'm sorry, Dove. I didn't even do anything. So she's trying to downplay it. This is where Kenji got angry, because she's trying to downplay it. She said she didn't even do anything. You doxed somebody. You did something. I told my side 2 stories, still vouch for him. I tried supporting him. It was given nothing but doucheness back. I attempted to send something along the lines of legally, don't have any of my consent, and that type of stuff, and leave it at that. Some people saying doubles, but I'm dropping everything. F this. So everything was dropped. Nuclear drop right there. Again, she is downplaying things. They were trying to get him canceled. Kage was being involved in it. So that's where everything comes in. That's where Kage comes in. He was trying to be involved in it. He was trying to be involved in cancel culture. He was trying to do some canceling himself. And that never goes well. That didn't go well for him. It won't go well for him in the future. It really won't do well. It won't do well. It's just you don't do this kind of stuff. You don't. And that is this part of it. I'm just gonna try to get Andy's perspective on this whole thing, because of course we need to know his side as well. I forget his tag. Oh, he popped up. He popped up right there. He mentions I will be cutting ties with the mofongo boys and fam. I've been informed about these hate group chats as of today, and I had no idea about it. I was not involved in any of these hate group chats. Seeing all these things about people who thought I knew hurts my heart. I do try and see the good in people, but the things I recently saw is not okay. I apologize to the people who were hurt in all of this. I'll be taking some time off to collect my thoughts. I will be moving forward by myself. Been watching you since way back, Andy, and I'm sorry this happened. I can't imagine how blindsided you must feel. Take time to process. You're talented and have always been. Keep shining. Take care of yourself and take all the time you need. Thank you for making the statement, Andy. I will continue to support you. Please take all the time you need. Take your time. The whole ordeal really must be eye-opening for people. You, Phoenix, and Kami didn't deserve this to be pulled into the drama. Take care of yourself. First, I'd like to apologize for the delayed message. This is something he wrote on the 17th. And he's writing that he's going to be cutting ties with Dove. And of course he did. I'm angry and disappointed at myself for not understanding the situation better. I will describe my side as best I can, and first and foremost, I do agree with how Kenji feels 1,000%. He has every right to be. Putting out personal information like that is not okay. Doxing someone is very serious and can harm them, the streamer, but their family and friends. It can harm everybody. I do not have much to put out my side of the story because the situation was dealt with between the respective parties. However, I will not excuse myself for not knowing the problem, because at the end of the day, I did deeply apologize for that. From what I was told, both parties discussed the situation and reached a neutral agreement. I now know that, unfortunately, that was not the case. I'll be cutting ties with Dove, and he did. And that's the end of the story when it comes to most of the things that happened with Mofongo Boys, with Kenji, and everything else. So far, at least, from what we can tell. Phoenix is someone who also is out of the Mofongo Boys now. He says, I'm cutting ties with the Mofongo Boys fam in general. I didn't know about the hate groups, DMs, and who knows, there's more stuff. I'm honestly shocked at how much I wasn't aware of. It really makes me sad. Really hoping everyone around me had the best intentions in mind. Constantly kept working and trying to be a better person themselves every day. All I ever wanted to do was that, but I was a dumbass for thinking that I could be possible. Want to say that again. I was wrong for trying to be nice to people. Condemning their actions wasn't enough if I kept them around me. I was hoping people could see better, but unfortunately, that's not how life works. RIikami actually put out a doc, and I already read the other things he says. I had to write this down as I'm horrible with words. I 100% agree with Kenji. Doxing is a crime, and it could have put him and his family in massive risk. I believe he thinks I knew of Dove's actions prior, but no. I did not know until recently. I apologized to Kenji in a group chat. 4/10/2024. I wasn't in a group at the time when this big thing happened, so I can't apologize for the others. The situation and the severity is also a mystery to me. All in all, I have to gather how I feel at the moment, and right now what I should do is certain. I'll be cutting ties with Dove and also apologize for the week that I did know and I should have done something. Hearing it put me confused and emotionally paralyzed state. Me and him may not see eye to eye, but this is without a doubt 100% a time for everyone to prioritize him. I send my best regards to Kenji. I want to apologize for putting stress onto him in this community, for whom I was connected to as well. Here's DovealoveVT's recent thing. Here's what she's doing. She is going to be graduating, from what I hear. Because of all the things that have happened, she's going to be graduating. She says, I'm so sorry. I'm so effing sorry for everyone. To everyone. I know I can't say enough, and some people will never believe me. I'm learning to do better. I've done my hardest to right my wrongs and treating everyone I could with kindness. I know that doxing was wrong. Downplaying it as a means to cope with my wrongdoings was even worse. I know having and orchestrating a group chat to hate on someone who hasn't done anything to me was wrong. I thought I could push my past away and work myself being kind by pushing myself to achieve my dreams, and by trying my best to never do what I did again. Obviously, I can and will do better. I've apologized to my friends who I have hurt as I put their safety and livelihoods on the line due to my own selfishness and unwarranted hatred. And I've scarred countless people in the process. I've hurt more people than I can ever fathom, and I apologize to all of you for not taking better accountability for myself. That being said, I will be graduating. I will be ceasing all V2 Mag activities effective immediately. I will be privating what I can and know how to private. I will be finding another space to better myself in and pursue a different dream. Maybe I'll go back to dancing professionally or to try to train to be a better singer, or maybe something entirely different and unknown to me. I'm not sure. What I am 100% sure of is that cherished every moment that I had within this community. Y'all treated me with more love and respect than I ever deserved. The future is unknown, and that's effing scary, but I will do my best to do better and look at different avenues to pursue new dreams. I wish you all the best in your endeavors, and I can never thank nor apologize enough for you all for everything. I love each and every one of you more than you could probably ever imagine. Take care of yourselves. DovealoveVT. Now, do I feel any kind of sympathy? Not really, because of what she did, but I do wish the best for her, because I'm not the type of person to wish harm on anybody. I do wish the best for her in their future and whatever endeavors that she wants to do, because no one deserves to be in a bad place and be treated badly because of things that they did in the past, and especially if they're getting better. But yes, I'm in a way, it's good that she's graduating, because all this can finally be put to rest now that she's going to be graduating. This is what Kage was talking to Kenji in these specific two ones. There, people are trying to, talk to him in a VC, and he pretty much got angry, kicked them out, and just pretty much was like, no, I'm not dealing with this.
I really wanted to, I did.
Why did it take you so long to cut off Dove?
Oh, yeah. So about cutting off Dove. After that, I realized my actions of what I did, right? And I wanted to better myself. And
I left. I ain't trying to hear that shit.
He's done.
I'm good, bro. Listen. Hey, listen.
I really wanted to.
That was that one. Now there's this one. Again, playing it at 1.5x, just because trying to make it a little bit faster for you guys.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good, bro. Question: Why is Maki sending me screenshots of you and Dove and all these other people talking shit behind the scenes?
All right.
Plotting to cancel me.
No, yeah, I did. Again, what I did was absolutely horrendous. The whole thing of that group chat. Before that happened, there were people hitting me up that they had problems with you, right? And so I was like, who are these people? And then so I got invited to the server or to that group chat, and I was reading all of this from not even reading when we were calling and stuff. The way that they told me, it just made me feel like you were like a really bad person at that time, and I was filled with rage and spite, and so I was saying all these bad things, which I hate myself for doing that. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Is that the reason why you kept Dove around? Because she was hating on me the same way?
Well, so I think when Dove told me about what the problems was with you and her, it just felt like when she was telling me this, she was saying she was traumatized, and I'm like, I was like, oh my god, and I know you saw the messages from Maki when he sent the screenshot, but it was just at that time, man, I was just full of rage and I was full of anger, dude, and deep down inside, I really wanted to I did.
Why did it take you so long to cut off Dove?
Oh, yeah. So about cutting off Dove. After that, I realized my actions of what I did, right? And I wanted to better myself. And
That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing that was there. So yeah, he has the right to do that. He has the right to cancel him. He has the right to leave because he's done with it. And I understand that. I understand that part. This is RIikami from what used to be the Mofongo Boys. He's one of the people involved in all of this drama, as you've heard before from me. Here's him talking about what he's going to be going through and the fact that he's no longer associated with them.
I am no longer a part of the Mofongo Boys.
Before I get started, monetization is off. I wanted to address what I've done wrong first. In the week that I did know about Dove's doxing of Kenji, I could have said something, or have shown genuine care by saying something out loud and saying something before Kenji calling out Dove. I know full well that I'm close to this person that dogs Kenji. I also had to think about my own information being at risk, but of course doesn't excuse what I did, and I could have helped many more people who were also giving her information. I know people normally would have cut them off immediately, but my dumbass thought if I continued to do everything normally, that maybe I could find a way to kind of resolve it without putting me at risk. But of course, that meant I was selfishly thinking for myself. I
Yes,
wish
the
I
black
had
video.
a more genuine way to explain my situation, but obviously it's too late for that since it's already been called out, and obviously whatever I say now may just seem very disingenuous. This is not me apologizing for the guys, as they've known no longer than I did, and I genuinely can't speak for them, so it's up to whatever they want to say, but I'm no longer in contact with them, and if for whatever reason I am, maybe it's for them to apologize or say whatever they have to say. I don't know. It was genuinely a surprise that they've known for years, and it sucks that I had a week to kind of gather my thoughts. But this is kind of the first time I ever had to deal with something like this, with this magnitude, and this is not drama, and please do not call it drama. While this was happening, there was more information coming out. My own colleague Kage had made a joke about sexual assault, something I do not want to be associated with, and more has shown me really that I don't know anything about them on a personal level. To have been out of the loop has broken my trust on a different level, as this entire group was built upon trust. From knowing the hate group chats to the doxing, I really wish they were more honest with me, and well, they won't have a chance to be honest with me anymore. I know I'm not on good terms with Kenji, but I know what's wrong and what's right, and I don't think any of this was supposed to happen to him, and nor should he have had to wait that many years to say something about it. I know a lot of people are calling me a victim too, but again, when choosing who you hang out with, you share the responsibility of it all. I hurt people who genuinely cared about me, and it will haunt me for as long as I'm in this space. And I mean, what else can I say, really? One last apology, I'm sorry. People can excuse my actions, people can say that I didn't know everything, but again, I chose to hang out with the people I did, and that will never leave people's heads. I really do wish everyone that's affected a hopefully more safe and peaceful future. But I just wanted to announce that I'm no longer part of the Mofongo Boys, and I have gotten rid of I gotten rid of every video that I've been with them, hopefully. At least for videos right now. Shorts I'll probably go after next. One last thing. This is me saying I do not want to be associated with them. That goes for fan arts, edits, and videos, and I just don't want to hear about anything about them. So please, please, no, this is the last thing that I will ever say about the situation.
And that is his last thing that he's going to say about the situation. He sounds tired. He sounds done with it. He sounds just completely and utterly just deflated. As you know, it's understandable in the situation that he's in. It's understandable in the whole situation that he was put in. This is RIikami, of course, and he was part of the Mofongo Boys. He was a VTuber who has 140k subscribers, so he's not a small person either. And I respect that he's no longer going to be a part of that. I hope that he also gets a chance to heal. I hope that all of them get a chance to heal, get a chance to be better people, get a chance to feel better, and enjoy their lives the way that they want to. And just, of course, leave everyone here alone. Let them live their lives. They've already made their decisions. Just, let them live their lives. Legal Mindset, as everyone knows in the VTuber community, and outside of the VTuber community, is someone that jumped in when to give their 2 bits, which, as a lawyer, they can give more information than even I can, anyone else can, because I don't know contract law, he does. So he started talking about the things after what happened with the Selen situation. Recently, I guess he either had something on his Twitter, or he had something on his Twitter, the AR Live, links and all that kind of stuff, and he was DMCA'd. He was DMCA'd, as can happen. He says, "Oh, Nijisanji, appreciate you confirming the trash tier screenshots from your live were real." It makes sense, because if a company can revoke permission to actually use any visual things that they have, and they have revoked permission for him and everyone else to use it, so they can actually do this. He's going to go ham on them. He told them, "I dare you." I thought he said he would go ham if he got sued by Niji. What's the line? If they take it down, it's canon. Trying to hide the truth from a lawyer, any color, it's a mistake, you ask me. DMCAing the ugly screenshots of the AR Live. Me and Niji confirmed that the AR Live is ugly. LM go on the warpath. He got tips from False after all. Great, Niji better enjoy that legal scrutiny. There were screenshots, took himself. Other Niji posted himself, probably the ones by the viewers. And this person don't want to actually go to their stuff. I actually want to see what they wrote. To be fair, he every right to knew it was going to happen. I'm surprised people shared them and not khyo and whatnot. And that's the thing, they can remove it, but he can still try to get them on fair use. If he wants to make that argument, he can go on fair use. Now he would know better than I would whether fair use would actually work, whether fair use is actually valid in this circumstance. So it's up to him whether it is or isn't. that is all for right now. Of course, comment, like, and subscribe down below. Thank you for being here. Of course, I love having the conversations with you guys. I love having these things with you guys, and I do appreciate it whenever you guys do comment. Take a look at my description for my socials. There's a Discord, there's Twitter, there's other places that you can check me out, Twitch, etc. And also check on your screen right now, because there might be a video that you might enjoy. Thank you.